So I've been chipping away in more ways than one. And honestly, sometimes it feels that you're not making any progress whatsoever. But I got rid of a lot of the seam sealer or whatever it was, some of the peeling paint, some other gunk that I found. And you can literally waste days doing stuff here. I mean, it was never intended to be perfect. You can try to make it beautiful and seamless and all of that. I don't see the point in doing that. Okay, so just for the record, I did sand this portion a little bit just because I had some leftover 180 grit paper, and this was really like it would stick out because this is a very visible area here. So I did just that and maybe a little bit there just to smooth it out a little bit. But that is it. Oh, I didn't know you guys were there. So I just wanted to smooth it out a little more. There's a little ridge there, which I think is impossible to get rid of because it is pretty sharp. And this is just kind of, I think, a layer of fiberglass sitting on top of here between the firewall and the wiper bay. But yeah, so that looks better. I just wanted to do that and call it done. Okay, so I did add a little bit of glazing putty just because I thought if I brought it to this point where I'm trying to really hide those silly lines, might as well just do the thing right. And again, this is totally just arbitrary. I mean, this is what looks okay in my opinion. I'm not going to keep doing this. Seriously, I am not that crazy or OCD. Oh crap, I missed a spot there. Okay, I applied a little more glazing putty and I'm going to call it finished. It's looking a lot better, and with the truck bed liner, I think it's going to really hide any little imperfection and stuff like that. I still need to sand the rest of the firewall, but that is not a big deal. This area was, the worst, I think. Maybe a little bit around there. The corner piece may need a little more attention, but that is not a big deal. And also I wanted to point out back here where the hood cable comes through, I think there was something broken here, maybe a guide or something. So what I did is I kind of fashioned this piece out of rubber hose, and I even added a little piece of hose up here. I made a tiny hole for the cable, which moves just fine, so there's no interference. So that is done, and I'm gonna of course try to reuse this cable. So for the most part, this is ready for some primer and the truck bed liner paint. I think it's going to look great. The finish is just awesome, and again with the contrast of the silver of the hood latches, it is just going to look really, really nice. This is why it's so important to wear eye protection. There's stuff flying everywhere. And I'm going to sand it before I apply paint, or rather the bed liner spray. makes a mess. But the end result is worth the effort. And this makes a real mess everywhere. So, but hey, that's par for the course. It's got to be done. So a good vacuum, and that'll take care of all this stuff, which is really like Bondo. Luckily, it's just chipped off quite easily. I still have to address this part here, which is going to be a little bit of a pain in the neck, but so be it. It'll look good. Whew, a lot of work. The reason I'm going through this exercise is because I don't want to spray paint this area with the sticker in place. It's just coming off in pieces, as you can see, so this is going to take a while. By the way, you can buy pre-production stickers for almost everything. I do not know if I'm gonna bother with that once I spray this area. I also want to spray it with a textured finish. So if I decide to use a sticker eventually, either I'll place it somewhere else, like under the hood, but I don't think at this point that I'm gonna use one. And now we're gonna use a little bit of goof off. Let's get some more of this stuff, because I use a lot of it. It's really good stuff. If you've never used it, give it a shot one day. You'll be amazed. But it removes a lot of stuff like glue, dirt, some paint. And you want to make sure that the edge is really attached properly, because I don't know how I'm going to do this, if I'm going to lift this masking tape here from the side to mask, or what I'm going to do. But the edge has to be really stuck good on the onto the body. And of course you want to have a good blade. Even though the black paint, either from the firewall or the lip itself, is going to help conceal any areas that you may miss. Okay, so I have the firewall, at least the lip of the car, masked, and I think that's going to be okay for now. I have to finish a few details here, I'm going to add some masking tape back here just to keep overspray, even though it's not a big deal. I still like to control some of that. Why have to, I don't want to resand things. I mean, it's not necessary. So anyway, after that is done, I am going to clean as much as I can, cover with some kind of plastic drop cloth this area here, and I still want to protect the windshield. I don't know if I'm going to do the cover the wiper bay. I may do that, and start spraying some bed liner here in the engine bay for the Firewall. So there it is. I think I'm ready for some bed liner, and there's going to be a little bit of overspray. That is inevitable, but so be it. I think this is going to cover everything really, really nice. And yeah, so I'm ready for that. But first, I'm going to roll out my 76. I don't want to have overspray on that beautiful red paint. And just like that, in about 3 to 4 minutes, this is coated. I am very happy how this turned out. It was really hideous before. I am going to double check things in a little bit, but so far I'm really happy with the with how this looks. I'll start removing some of these little plugs I made to protect the threads. So you can see down here, come out clean. It's worth the time doing that. And this, for the most part, I'm gonna call it done for now anyway. So I have to remove this thing, a couple more of those thread protectors that I made, and I need to start spraying some bed liner in the cowl area. Okay, so this project is done. The Firewall looks amazing, even though I had to work around the engine wiring harnesses and stuff like that. And I started, by the way, rewrapping some of those harnesses to make things look better, cleaning the electrical connectors, vacuum hoses, and all that stuff. I just want these things to work properly once I put everything back together. The truck bed liner really is awesome. I love the camera case finish, as I call it. It's very durable, it seals well, and it's very easy to apply, and you can do it at home with just a spray can. So that is great. And I showed you the hood latches, and those are of course completely restored. I chose to paint them silver because the contrast is just stunning. Painting is all about preparation. So the more time you spend preparing the surface, cleaning things, and masking properly, it's going to save you time, and the results are going to be great. So again, it's a matter of just taking the time and doing the right thing. The Firewall to hood lip, I decided as an experiment I'm gonna paint it white to match the rest of the edge, and also again to provide a little bit of contrast between the Firewall, the wiper cowl, and the lip itself. I think that's gonna look awesome when it's done. I say awesome a lot, don't I? But anyway, it is. So anyway, I'm gonna have another video follow up once everything is done and the car is put back together, and you will get to see how the finished product looks, and I'll make a comparison between old photos and video just to recap what was involved in getting this to be almost show quality. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be show quality because I could have spent more time doing stuff. I didn't, and that was a choice. But everything, look at that wiper cowl. It looks great. So again, it's just about taking the time and doing the job right. All right, my friends, that's it for now. Thanks for listening to my rambling, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.